What is a product that works a little too well? This rock. It keeps tigers away. Want to buy it? I mean, have you seen any tigers around? No, you haven't. Because of this rock. Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. My cousin discovered that scrubbing his car down with one made it shinier than anything else he's tried. Unfortunately, he didn't realize they're actually fine sandpaper. He now has huge spots on his car with no paint on them. Wikipedia. Want to look up what's an IPA? Ended up learning about 7 different kinds of hops, the entire beer brewing process, the history of beer sterilization, British colonization of India, Gandhi, Ben Kingsley, Schindler's List, Nazi Germany, concentration camps, the Japanese Empire, human experimentation, ninjas, martial arts, Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. And then it's 3 AM. Duck. I have a really nice tea thermos, infuser in the cap and everything. It has a nice color, is insulated so the tea doesn't burn your hands. Everything you'd want in a portable tea container. Only one problem. If you put hot tea in it, it stays undrinkably hot for about 4 hours, with the lid open, longer if it's closed. I have oftentimes made tea at noon, and started drinking it at 9 PM. Agree. I made tea at 8 AM, and put it in my thermos. Went about my day, and took my first sip at 10:30, and ducking burnt my bottom lip. To the point where it blistered right away and got fat, and stung like a mother for a few days. I threw the thermos out, because it hurt me. Morphine. Had surgery a long time ago. Was on one of those automated machines, that lets you self-administer a dose every 30 minutes. It was amazing. It was only a medical dose of course, but that first shot I got in the recovery ward was like having liquid heaven injected. I was on it for 3 days, then I was on Cap-8 morphine tablets after that for 2 days. The come down however was ducking horrendous. I now feel sympathy for people in rehab for more addictive drugs like heroin. My body hurt all over. I was pleading for more from the doctor saying the surgery scar was still causing pain. They had obviously heard it all before and just gave me paracetamol/codeine. I was on morphine in the hospital once, and I literally shut myself. I could barely feel the pressure and thought it was just the standard bricks on your chest feeling morphine gives you. I was in for ulcerative colitis, so it wasn't very pleasant, but I really couldn't care less. 10 out of 10 would shut again. My Norton antivirus. It worked so well I cannot install anything anymore. Man, lucky me, I cold gotten malware from that. My friend's Norton once blocked Google. My brother had Norton and it once blocked its own update because it wasn't trusted. I still haven't laughed that hard at a program since. Twitch flagged one of its own videos due to copyrighted music. Netflix. So much TV, so little life. Crocs. They had trouble making money because they last for ducking ever. I thought they had trouble making money because they look gross. Wearing Crocs is like getting your duck sucked by a dude. At first it feels great, then you look down and realize you're gay. I don't know a single gay guy that would be caught dead in ducking Crocs. One of my Crocs once got caught in an escalator due to my own stupidity and shot out at the end, smudged with oil, but completely fine. I left mine in my car once in the summer. The left shoe shrank about 2 sizes. I was really confused at first when I tried to put them on the next day. They had no trouble making money from me. I've got my casual Crocs, my round the house Crocs, my business Crocs, my running Crocs, my sexy times Crocs, and my sleeping Crocs. Miralax. You will poop. Macho. The equivalent of solving cruise control by putting a brick on the pedal. Can confirm. Had poop problems. Miralax gave me different poop problems. Did it give you the shuts and giggles? Not many giggles. The floodgates were opened and I wasn't ready. The snooze button. If what I heard is true, the original Pyrex glassware, they had to start selling similar products to NASA because their dishes never broke so nobody was buying replacements. Have 2 Pyrex measuring glasses older than me. Have microwaved them 100+ times. I think they get stronger. They don't wear out, they just get angrier. Dawn Platinum Dish Soap. The stuff is incredible and lasts forever. You can use a drop to clean a dish that's been caked on 4 days. My bottle has lasted 2 years so far. I don't know how they make any money. They make money off people like me, who always squirt more than necessary because they forget that it's really runny. Dawn is owned by P&G, and P&G is located where I'm from. Back years ago a big tanker full of grease/oil spilled on the expressway and there were no industrial strength degreasers that would seem to work on it. The state called P&G and asked for anything stronger. I shut you not, they sent out a truck full of Dawn, and it cleaned right up. A few months later the same thing happened with a truck carrying pizza dough, which started to rise on the road. 25 gallons of Dawn later it was cleaned up. I've been using Dawn ever since. The TI-83. How long have they been selling that same exact product? Decades, at exactly the same price. It's because they've become the standard. TI can sell their calculators at the same price because they are ingrained in education and face no competition. Sure, there's HP, and I definitely prefer RPN, but all the textbooks and teachers recommend TI, so that's what the kids buy. Meanwhile KCO rules the rest of the world. Windows XP SP3. It wasn't perfect, but it worked so well that it took Microsoft 7 years to get users to stop using it and buy a new version of Windows. Cast iron pan. Take care of it, and it will last several lifetimes. Oh dear lord. My girlfriend is obsessed with cast iron. She goes to 3 to 4 swap meets a week, looking for new stuff. She built an e-tank that uses a car battery charger to strip carbon/filth off of old pans. No exaggeration, she has 100 plus pieces of cast iron cookware at any given moment. If you want to eat good steak, better corn muffins, and the best bacon, wife her. Duct tape. Fixes anything. Can use it to build everything. Easy to use. And if the women don't find you handsome, they'll at least find you handy. Facebook facial recognition. When you upload a picture and it already knows who your friends in the photo are, it creeps me out a little. One time it suggested that a picture of Thor was me, so it will always have a tender place in my heart. Rape whistles. And Lovers, been the owner of a company that makes rape whistles, and even though you started the company with good intentions trying to reduce the rate of rape, now you don't want to reduce it at all, cause if the rape rate declines you'll see an equal decline in whistle sales. Without rapists, who's gonna buy your whistles? Bo Burnham, Lovers. Whoever lives for the sake of combating an enemy has an interest in its continued existence. Nietzsche, paraphrased. Heroin does exactly what it is known to do. Become so hopelessly addicted that you have lesbian sex in front of a crowd that throws heroin at you like cash. Or you keep injecting in your one easy to get to vein that hasn't collapsed yet until you get an infection and have to have your arm amputated. Spotify have found bands with less than 1,000 plays on their most popular song, yet Spotify still has them. I have a pretty weird music taste, yet Spotify has never once disappointed. An angle grinder with a cut-off wheel. I used to own a bed frame, weight bench and a cast iron kettlebell. I now own scraps and a new understanding of why I don't allow myself personal power. Now buy a welder and put it back together. No name eye drops. After I got high, I put them in, and my eyes became whiter than when I'm normally sober. A little too suspicious for my liking. That was the paranoia. Dude, I look so ducking sober right now. Everyone will know something's up. Mop and glow. Cleanest floors ever, but OMG the danger. You may as well convert linoleum to an ice rink. Growing up my grandmother used to clean the wooden stairs with pledge. I'd take slippery linoleum to life-threatening death stairs any day. Don't use mop and glow on anything. It doesn't make them any cleaner than any other product. It just puts a layer of waxy film on the floor. Over time this builds up to a waxy residue that traps dirt and dulls your floor, and then the only way to clean it is a very time-consuming difficult process, where you strip the finish. Stripping is very damaging to linoleum and way too much effort. Weed killer. That shit could destroy all plant life on earth, if you got a big enough spray nozzle. I started using Vinegar. Works well, and I don't get nervous planting food plants around. We use barkeeper's friend at my work to clean the pipes. It makes them look brand new, but I'm pretty sure it's slowly eating away the pipe itself. Dry shampoo spray. Once I discovered that I just spray my hair instead of showering. I look clean. Just don't smell me. I tried it out a few times. Made my hair look okay, but I felt gross. I'd rather just spend the 10 minutes and shower than feel nasty all day. A nuclear bomb. 10 out of 10 ain't shut going to be living where it detonates. Extra strength Pamprin. I took it one day for cramps and couldn't lift my head. All my muscles just went limp. It was ridiculous. WD-40. The door to my bathroom was squeaky, so I sprayed a bit on the hinges to make it swing a bit smoother. Now it's too damn smooth, and if I even lightly push the door while I rush to the bathroom it slams, like I'm pissed off every time I go do my business. I WD-40'd all my doors. Now they just close on their own. We have to put shut in front of them. I didn't do the front gate though. That's still squeaky, so I can hear mother duckers coming. Bleach. You always have to water it down to use it for anything. There once was a weird stain on our linoleum floor in the kitchen, and no matter how hard I scrubbed it wouldn't go away. Poured some bleach on it and let it sit for 5 minutes. That spot is now so clean that the rest of the clean floor looks dirty compared to that spot. Sharpie permanent markers. Life pro tip: if one of your kids gets Sharpie on their skin, get a dry erase marker and draw over the spot. It will actually remove dried Sharpie. Works on other surfaces too. No, I'll just get a Mr. Clean magic eraser that erases the child. Sold. Vicodin. I broke my leg a few years ago and was prescribed Vicodin. It didn't really relieve the pain, it just made me not give a duck about anything, including the pain. Nah. Learned this one the hard way. Oh man. One of the most interesting cases I've had as a nurse was a patient who decided to put Nair all around his anus and then promptly fell asleep. Had these insane burns that turned into tunneling wounds when the guy tried to remove the Nair with honey and then tried to remove the honey with vodka. Don't ask me. He had no family or close friends, so he had his neighbor come to help him pack the wounds for 2 weeks while he was at home. His neighbor came to his room so we could teach him how to properly pack the wounds. The look on this guy's face. I don't think he was told exactly what kinds of wounds he'd have to help with. The ghost chili. It has melted many an asshole. It's supposed to go in your mouth